What's going on, everybody? Where am I? I'm gone. That's because I'm not even here. Hold on. Every time. What's going on, everybody? That always messes up. I can never get the intro right. I don't know why I even bother. I should just stop doing this in general. Fuck it. No, I'm just kidding. Never works out when I try to do the intro like that. But what's going on? Welcome back. Facci from FACCI'S Cinema. Excited to kick off a new series on the channel. My series never lasts that long, so we'll see how long this one goes. It's just, I start one thing and I never go through with it or finish it. So it shouldn't be any different unless it takes off and does well. But it is called Remix or ReWind, where I pin an original film versus its reboot counterpart, or if a special guest comes on and wants to choose the original versus maybe a sequel, we could do that as well. But tonight I put the poll out on YouTube and the community page spoke, and they wanted to see Friday the 13th, 1980 versus Friday the 13th, 2009. A lot of other great movies, but this is the one they chose. So that's what we're going to do. I got two special guests coming on that absolutely love the original. I'm not sure about the reboot, but we're going to find out. We got Jason Nike from Backtrack Cinema. What's up, brother?
What's up? How you doing? Thank you for having me again on for a stupendous good time.
Of course, anytime. And also joining us, we have, he's not even a guest at this point. He's on here every other day. Davey Deathray right there, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Davey?
Doing great, Matt. Thank you again for having me. And what's happening, everyone in the chat? I hope you guys are pumped and ready to have some more Friday the 13th fun here on FACCI'S Cinema.
I'm trying to get away from it, but the people keep asking and they want me to do it. I was hoping to pick something else.
No joke, like whenever I cover like the Friday the 13th news on my channel, and then I like snip out the little segment, those are my best viewed videos. Like, no, I stopped doing regular movie reviews. I tried it again. I really gave it the old college effort. And I was like, man, no one cares. So I'll just do out of theater reaction and then find something else for my pre-recorded shit. I get it, guys. My reviews are boring as fuck. Okay, I get it.
Wow. I think the review aspect, it's just like, obviously there's so many of us doing them at the same time, and it's just like, yeah, I've seen this one, I don't really need to listen to this one.
And there are people that just do it, that's just like their thing, and they're really good at it. I don't know. Jason's great at them.
I used to.
Shitload of reviews.
I'm a good editor.
Yeah. I hate editing with a passion.
No, I appreciate that. Thanks. I tend to like really traditional reviews, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like the podcast, like this kind of thing too, though. This is good interactive shit. That's what I like about this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say hello to the chat real quick. We got Christian, the man in the mask. What's up? Lamontre. What's up? Shot by shot. Good to see you. Hopefully you aren't getting bullied anymore. You tell them you fucking tune into FACCI'S Cinema and we'll straighten it out, all right? We got Ashton. Matt's going to get canceled. I shouldn't get canceled tonight, I don't think. Rosie, my darling, how are you? Amanda, how are you? Welcome. Adrian, James, good to see you. All the familiar faces. Brooke, how are you? I love it. All the intermingling between the channels. We all come together. Such good people.
Mm-hmm. Still trying to figure out how to get Rosie over to my channel. Still trying to crack that one. Yeah. Rosie, you're hilarious. I love your interaction in the chats. Maybe at some point I'll put out a little content that is just your flavor, miss. Ooh. Hopefully I can get you one of these days.
Brett from Chills and Thrills. What's going on? Double feature podcast. Hello. Who else we got? Anybody else? Let me scroll down.
Gory Tiger.
Oh, Gory Tiger's in the house. Always showing some. Rawr. Whatever that is. Okay,
was that
guys.
Your tiger noise?
No, that's like
you gotta put a little slide. You gotta be like, rawr, rawr. You gotta put some grit on it,
like a little kitty cat. All right,
yeah. I have the tiger. I have the tiger, baby.
Exactly. Yep. Little Rocky action up in here. Okay, so obviously we already know the tale of the tapes, but I gotta say it anyway. The first Friday the 13th came out May 9th, 1980, directed by Sean S. Cunningham. 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. Budget of $550,000, grossed around $60 million. Pretty damn good. Remake came out day before Valentine's Day, February 13th, 2009. Directed by Marcus Nispel. Had that freaking Michael Bay flavor going on. very similar to Texas Chainsaw 2003. 26% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's just ridiculous. Budget of $19 million. That's pretty damn high. Gross $92.7 million. Pretty damn good, even though tanked after week 1. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. We're gonna go through about 9 categories tonight, guys, and see if we can come up with if we're gonna remix it, meaning we stick with the reboot, or if we're just gonna go ahead and rewind and go back to the OG. So let's see what we got. I got 9 categories. Probably just gonna be randomly pulled up. So we will go ahead and kick it off with the final jump scare. Which movie has the best final jump scare? It's probably gonna maybe an obvious category, but Jason, you could start it off.
Easily the original Friday the 13th, because every time I watch it, it's still there's something still unsettling about it. The remake, it was just like it was shoehorned in, and it's cheap as fuck as far as I'm concerned. I hate the ending. I hate the ending to the remake. I think, man, I actually liked how the camera is panning on each room where all the death is taking place, and actually it was unsettling, that part. And then they do this cheap jump scare that I'm like, okay, it does not work as good as the original. The original has that melancholy music, and it almost looks like the credits are going to come up, and then Jason comes out of nowhere, and it really is a well-crafted jump scare if you think about it. So I think this is an easy choice for me.
I kind of figured you were going to go there, Davey.
Yeah, I'm right there with Jason. I think it's, not like this movie was the first one to do it. It had been done before.
Oh, yeah.
But it was something that I don't think people were necessarily expecting it as much. And it became kind of like a staple of the franchise. So in the remake, you kind of know something like that's going to happen. So it's just not nearly as surprising in the remake. Also, like, his head was completely, like, mutilated. Right, the back of his skull is just gone after they put her in the thing. So it really doesn't make much sense, like, narratively, unless he is like Wolverine and he has like regenerative properties, which I don't know that Jason has. So yeah, I think that the original is always gonna be the one for me with the jump scare. Yeah, it's like you watch it with somebody that's never seen the movie, they're gonna jump as well. So it still works on people that have never seen it. It's one of the things that really does stand the test of time, I think, in that OG one. So yeah, sorry remake, you got a lot going for you, but that jump scare just ain't it, man.
Yeah, exactly. The OG, like you said, the music's playing, it's relaxing. It's like the storm is over, and then bam, Jason pops out that water. Yep. The boy, Jason. That you didn't expect that at all. You thought the movie was over, like you said, Jason. The credits were going to start to roll. That's it. The remake, first off, they drag Jason's body from the barn the whole way to the dock, and then here we go. Whoop, just toss him right in. Give him his machete back while they're doing nothing too. Throw that in so he can have it when he comes back. It didn't really make much sense. And then he didn't have his mask on when he got thrown in the lake. And then he pops up and he has his mask back on. Like you said, his head's perfectly normal. Nothing happened to it. So obviously dream sequence. I mean, they both were really, but they just had to do it because they wanted to be like the original, and it's shoehorned in there at the end. It didn't even count.
Or they were just paying homage to it, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't know. I think the thing is, I think you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If it wasn't in there, people might have been complaining about
where the hell's the jump?
Where's the classic jump scare? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, you want something that I think in the original there's something about it too that it's not like you've forgotten about Jason, but he's somebody that's mentioned. You just figure he's like dead and gone and been buried and everything. You really aren't expecting to see little boy Jason jump out of the lake because it's one of those things where he's not a main character. So it's like, I don't know, what could they have done in the remake? Could they have done like the Pamela route, like part 3 does, which makes no sense because Pamela doesn't have her head. and I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right, Jason. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't on that one for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a complete sweep. Going to 1980, that wins the final jump scare. I mean, that was kind of obvious. But had to include it. So, okay. Next up, we got Crystal Lake. Which of these two movies had the better overall Crystal Lake? Meaning, obviously, the camp, the cabins, the lake itself, the woods. I I figured it was a good enough category to toss in here. So, Jason, which one has the best Camp Crystal Lake vibes?
Again, the original. It's more lived in. You know what I mean? Not that the remake was terrible, but wasn't it in the South? The remake,
Yeah, I think it was
Alabama.
like Texas. I think.
Yeah, and that's no, we don't do Crystal Lake like that. You got to have it in not like either like the East, right? Like
Mhm.
where New Jersey or up or in Canada, kind of where I am and stuff like that. There's just a feeling to it and everything like that when they're walking through the woods, the lake, and the docks, the cabins. I mean, I don't even think there was any production design. I think the cabins were what they were,
Mhm.
but it really worked, right? Um, yeah, I love the camp. I love the original camp in the original movie. I think it's glorious, man. Um,
Okay.
it's old, it feels old too.
Mhm.
Whereas the remake was more like a final chapter route. They were more at
That's a
someone's
good
house,
point.
and at the beginning they were in the woods somewhere, which that looked great. Like the cabin setting in the it was just so dark. It was a little too dark where you couldn't
Mhm.
really
Mm-hmm.
see everything, those cabins. But I think they did a pretty good job of the cabins in the remake too. But I'd still going for the original here.
All right, Davey.
So, and really quick, just before we move forward, guys in the watching along, whether you're watching live or watching after the fact, make sure to hit that like button for our guy Facci.
Thanks, Davey.
Where we don't know, at least Jason, I don't know I don't know any of the categories. So these are all surprises. So this is nothing that we were able to like prepare for other than thinking about the two movies and thinking about, how I feel about each one of them. So this is kind of fun. It keeps us on our toes. I'm going to go with Crystal Lake from the remake.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's really well drawn here. I don't care where they shoot it as long as it looks good. Because you know what, the first three movies are on the East Coast, but then for final chapter, they were in California. I think for part 5, same, it's like right down the street from where they did final chapter. And then, Georgia, they've been all over the place. I mean, part 3 is just like, I think a lot of the lake is on a stage. I think they built the lake or whatever, right? Or something like that. So I don't know. So I think this remake, I kind of like that final chapter route. I like the little bit of TCM that we get in there too, with like the townspeople are sort of like, there's not just a crazy Ralph. There's like multiple people in the town that are like, you might not want to hang out here. Like, this is just not for like strangers. Don't go poking around. That's what happens with that's what makes trouble. I like the, kind of just destructive or destroyed cabin areas. When that first crew goes into the cabin and it's just like, you can tell people have like partied and ripped that place apart. I love the underground like tunnel system and the trip wires and trap doors, and I love that Jason has like a web. He's got his web and he's playing spider. And it's like he's got his I don't know, when he flicks on the floodlights and like starts going on his rampage. I just love the way the whole place looks. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one to the remake, a surprise winner. Nothing wrong with the one in the original. I just think the one in the remake is a little better, or more fully realized, which makes sense because it's an amalgamation of like the first 4 movies.
Damn. Okay. On the deciding vote here. Here we go. Well, I mean, obviously the first one did it first. That makes sense. The lake is more my speed, my neck of the woods, so I relate to that look a lot more. Camp, a little bit more authentic. The second one, obviously, I'm not 100% sure, but it probably wasn't a real camp. I don't think they're probably just built for that. the lake itself, we didn't really get too much of it in the first one, to be honest, except for that final shot of the movie, and then when Kevin Bacon's like sitting there with his girl talking and shit, and you see the lightning. But you see a little bit more lake in the remake for sure. The atmosphere obviously hits better for the first one than the second one for me. More realistic nighttime shots. It seems real. Obviously, lower budget, it's going to look like that. So that adds to it as well. Outside of it, we got to go to the diner in the original, so that was a little look of outside of the lake area. This one, like you said, definitely a final chapter kind of vibe, mixed with a little bit of part 2, maybe with the cabins and whatnot. I mean, but we get a school bus in the remake, though. I mean, come on, there ain't a school bus in the original. You know what I mean? So I don't know how it got there, but it's there in the middle of the woods. That's fine. I got to go with the original as well for Crystal Lake. I just think when I think of Crystal Lake, I think more of the first one than I do of the remake. So giving my point to the original. So original's up 2-0 right now. So we'll have to see if it turns around. I don't know.
Steve showed me how to use the generator.
Yeah. I'm a tough man now because I know how to turn on the generator.
Don't you love that macho talk generator?
Okay, so 2-0 OG. We'll see. I don't know. Could it be a sweep? Could it be 9-0? I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Come on, guys. Be fair.
I'm trying. Up next, we got the score. The original by Harry Manfredini. The new music by Steve Jablonski. Jason, go ahead and kick off the score.
The remake score is shit. It sucks. There is no score really. There is no score really. It's like you're at a rave or something. It's just a boom, 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 boom. Which is, for modern slasher, yeah, I think it fits. It's okay, but I think that movie was really suffering from not having that original score. I think that movie would have been elevated, to be honest with you, because I don't find the scenes. I think if you had that original Harry Manfredini score, some of those scenes may have played out a little differently in our minds. Or I personally, I mean that little the Jason Universe thing that just came on. The music was better in that than it was in this remake. Other than that nice song by Davey, music fucking.
I know who you're talking about.
Night
Ranger.
Night Ranger. I've seen those guys live too. So, yeah. That was kind of a soundtrack, cool song and everything. But the original score of the original Friday, I think, is really good. Definitely, I guess playing off Psycho, but I think he wheeled it to his own thing too. It gets intense, you know what I mean? There's an intensity, and there's a you kind of get unsettled, like we talked about at the end there with that music. There's something about the original Friday the 13th where when the credits start rolling, it's uneasy. I've always get an uneasy feeling, which is funny because everyone says they're just fun date movies, but I think the original one, really should do something. Personally,
I agree. Davey, you going the same way?
Yeah, I can't. There's nothing memorable about the score in the remake. I can't think of what it is. It doesn't stand out to me at all. There's nothing like if it either stands out to me in a good way or I can't even like remember it. That's really bad because I'm a big music guy. I'm very like music is a big part of the cinematic experience for me. And it's one thing that I never think of when I think of this remake. I really like this. I love this remake a lot. I think this is one of the better remakes. I think it's the best one out of the big 3 of the remakes that we got. And like easily to me, it's the best one. But yeah, Steve Jablonski's score is just, I guess it is, I'll give him points for not trying to do a straight up copy. But even something with like Sweet Revenge, which wasn't satisfying, like the score was one of the better parts, I think, of the Sweet Revenge short.
Yeah, I think
And
so too.
I do really like the Harry Manfredini. Like, I like that it's got that kind of psycho feel. You know, there's something about, because, you know, we think about, when I was growing up, I thought like, oh, you know, time, you just think about time is so different. So, you know, Friday the 13th was so relatively new, but it's really only 20 years after Psycho. So it's really like not that far removed. And it kind of, I don't know, it just brings this classic feel. And I think there's something about, not that synth scores can't be great, because they certainly can. But there's something really nice when you have a horror movie with strings. And I think Manfredini like just absolutely kills it in you know, creating the score for the original. So to me, this is a slam dunk. The original completely destroys the remake score.
Okay. First, real quick. Hey, Cruel ZV, what's going on? How are you doing? He
What's
says,
going on?
oh, he says, I agree. That's one reason why I have Halloween Ends as my favorite sequel, because it has so many bangers on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Well, you're good, my friend. Anybody who likes Halloween Ends is welcome on this channel.
The soundtrack and the score for Ends are both really good.
Bangers.
Yeah.
Jamie Hart, how are you? Welcome in. Okay. Yeah, I actually like I like the score from the remake. Maybe I'm alone on that one, obviously, but I cannot go away from Harry Manfredini. I mean, come on, it's classic. It's what you think of when you think of Friday the 13th music. It was in almost every single one. I know Jason Lives really didn't use too much of it, and Part 7 kind of strayed away. They used a little bit of it, but not as much. Jason Takes Manhattan, I don't think he used any. Probably not. And then Jason Goes to Hell. Fuck no. Didn't use any. Jason X for sure in the Hell didn't use any. So it just all went downhill from there. So I don't think you can replace it, really. Like, if they... I don't know if they ever... Whenever they come around to remaking Friday the 13th again, I think they're going to have to go in the direction of more of a Harry Manfredini kind of style than just their own thing. Because it's kind of like a signature of this franchise. So I gotta go with the original as well, and it's a 3-0 lead right now. So this isn't looking good.
You figure that the Crystal Lake TV show is going to use the original score.
Has to,
right?
Or at least a rendition of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like maybe not the same recording or whatever, but there, I mean, since it takes place in the 70s, it makes sense to kind of have it like that. I mean, shit, they could even bring in that psychedelic tune from the original movie as well. The one, like, it's where the acid really kicks in at the end of during the finale. Like the swirly guitars, where I'm like, whoa, the shrooms are really taking hold here.
The ma is actually her using Jason's voice. It's actually part of the narrative in a way.
Yeah.
The music, you know what I mean? When she starts going, kill her, mommy, kill her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think you'd have to kind of use it in one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I got to get one here. We got to get one. Anything? Oh, fuck. Okay, maybe we'll go with this one. Final Girl / Guy. And look at that nice ball of yarn right beside Alice, because she uses that as a weapon, because she's an idiot. Jason, are we going with Alice or are we going with Clay and Whitney?
Well, I actually looked all over my YouTube channel. I thought I did a Final Girl ranking, and apparently I didn't. So I had to go in my mind for a bit today while I was eating my lunch at work. I'm going, well, okay, so here's the thing. I'm not a hater of Alice. I actually like Alice. I mean, but she's definitely not one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Whitney, she went through hell if you think about it. I mean, 6 weeks in there against Jason. She does pick her lock and gets away. Is that the special edition she does that in?
The killer cut.
Yeah, the killer cut. She picks the lock, gets away. She does do a jitty thing where she holds up the thing and figures out, you know, I can get this guy. She has a terrible line at the end, though. Say hello to mommy for me. What an awful line. Yeah. But I think I'll edge out this with Whitney, just because I think she was a little more resourceful. And there's a little bit more going on with her. Her mom was dying of cancer. She's out with her boyfriend just to get away from it all. There's enough there. There's enough there
Mm.
to like Whitney. I think, you know what I mean. And with Alice, there just wasn't. They just didn't give her enough to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, how often can we make some coffee? I mean, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But they just didn't. It wasn't the actress's fault. It's just
No.
they didn't write her well. Like she wasn't. There's this creepy thing with Steve Christie and her, but like you could have done more with her. But I still think, you know, she did go through hell too, and she did, you know, take out Mrs. Voorhees. But I'll give the edge to Whitney.
Okay, Davey.
Yeah, this one is a tough one because Whitney is like not much of the. She's just not really much of the story until the end, right? It's almost like Danielle Panabaker's character is set up as the faux final girl there, and I think she does great. Like I really like her, so it's a lot easier if you were saying her, even though I guess she's technically not because she gets killed. So I got to go Alice here because. It's sort of unassuming. It's difficult to figure out who the final girl is going to be for most of the movie until the people are all picked off and everything like that. And yeah, the coffee scene's pretty bad. I mean, at least make a French press if you're out camping. Like, do you have to like do the powdered crystals or whatever, powdered toast man? But yeah, she chops off Mrs. Voorhees' head. So I'm going to give her the edge on that one. She had plenty of opportunities to just bash her head in at multiple times during that fight that just goes all over the place, you know. But she finally gets it done. So I'm gonna give Alice the point here from the original, because Whitney, I just like I don't even think of her when I think of this movie or the remake.
Wow.
She's like the music. I don't even think about her.
And again, Whitney was dealing with a ferocious Jason too. I think that's. I mean, she was not beating him in a physical confrontation at all. Like
sure, and he's sort of like puppy dogging over her. Like it's she was trained up and everything, but it sounds like it wasn't like he wasn't like coming home every night and like torturing her or anything like that. No. It was just like, you know, he was probably being really nice because he thought she was his mom. Yeah. So other than being chained up, it's probably like gourmet meals from Jason.
Yeah, it was it's a tight one though, Matt. Honestly, it's pretty neck and neck.
I'm gonna go with I'm including Clay in mine because he's like the main dude in this movie anyway.
Good. Yeah.
I hear a lot of people talk shit on Jared Padalecki in this movie. I thought he was good. I liked him. And it added a different story, a different element. He was going through some shit. Obviously, Whitney was going through the same thing, except for she was chained up. They both lost their mom, so they had to deal with that as well. And I thought they weren't in obviously too many scenes together, but I thought their chemistry when they was great. I could believe that they were brother and sister. And I like the constant, like you said, they're dealing with Jason there, like big ass Jason. And Alice is just dealing with Mrs. Voorhees' little ass. After she threw yarn at her. So that is a disqualification in my book. We needed some more Whitney, I think, though. We had her in the beginning for the first 20 minutes. And then we didn't. You saw bits and pieces of her chain down there. I think maybe just a little bit more we needed of Whitney, but I really did like her.
She didn't even know how to load the gun. Did she have bullets, or she couldn't get into the bullets? Is that like?
I can't
remember.
I just know
gun,
fucking. She got bitch slapped like 10 times, and that's just enough to get rid of her right there.
But Mrs. Voorhees is fucking scary though.
She's creepy.
Yeah. She's brutal. Yeah.
I like Danielle Panabaker. You really think she's going to be the final girl too, and they're going to have 3 people live to the end of this movie, which is crazy. It doesn't really make any sense. Which that's a crazy ass kill because I didn't see it coming the first time I saw that movie. I gotta give the point to Clay and Whitney on this one. So the remake's getting its first point of the night.
Nice. All right.
Down 3-1, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's not so bad.
Let me see. Cruel Z V says, not the biggest fan of both 1980 and 2009. Thought the original was mediocre. The remake was bad, in my opinion. Wasn't a big fan of that specific Jason. Damn. I don't usually hear that one too much. I thought people really liked Derek Mears. I do.
Yeah. I like him. I just don't like the design of him that much.
He got a jacket, man. He's cold.
I think he. I don't think you really. Well, I kind of want to like what Vinny, from Never
Hmm.
Hike Alone director, says. You don't really see his nice silhouette. He kind of looks like a blob in
Hmm.
the cinematography. Where if they would just um fix that design, some of the I don't like hair on Jason, man. I hate
Hmm.
the blonde hair. I thought it was awful. I'm bald Jason, dude. I just like bald Jason. I guess
He's bald, Jason.
I'm a fucking snob.
Let's see if we can get another point, ladies and gentlemen. We have Mrs. Voorhees versus the blonde-haired beauty, Derek Mears, ladies and gentlemen. Jason,
Screw
I
you,
think I
man.
know where.
I hate
I'm
this.
so,
I hate this category.
I know. I know.
You're talking one of my favorite Jasons against one of the most underrated female villains of all time. Man, I thought about this all day, Matt. I'm still like towing the line here. Man, I mean, Mrs. Voorhees is so creepy. She's so scary, but Derek Mears is scary in his own right. You know what I mean? Mrs. Voorhees is
Mhm.
really not that fleshed out that much, but either is Derek Mears. Oh fuck! I hate this. I hate this so much. This is just you're just edging it here. But if we would have got more Mrs. Voorhees, we'd be talking differently. And I'm sorry, Betsy Palmer. I deserve to freaking rot in my own grave. But I think, and if that first 20 minutes of the remake was not in this movie,
It would.
then Mrs. Voorhees wins easily. By the way, so
Hmm.
I will give it to Derek Mears, but just we're cutting hairs, we're splitting hairs here, everyone. So don't be too mean on me. But I thought hands down it would be Mrs. Voorhees, but I think I'll give Derek Mears just a little bit because he truly was terrifying. And I did like the killer cut, how they added a little bit of character depth into him a little.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think some people had a problem with him smashing shit and everything, but I kind of like the how he's thinking about his mom's death and he just freaks out and Whitney's like freaks out and I don't know. I kind of always liked it, so I'll go with Derek. Derek, my boy.
All righty. One for Derek. Davey.
Yeah, to me, this is the most interesting Jason's ever been in a remake. Like, I don't think he's ever been more compelling to me as a character. He really is just a monolith going around killing people in the other movies. There's not really anything interesting. Maybe like Ted White's version is, because he runs and he grunts and stuff.
Mhm.
So there's like a little more something there.
Yeah.
And I think, Betsy Palmer does a fine job when she's on screen, but it's such a, they're using man's hands for most of the time when they're separating the tree branches. There's like all this misdirect. They're not only are they not selling the whodunit, they're like actively fucking it up in the first movie. And maybe that is just to throw the audience off, and that's fair. But I think in the remake, of course, yeah, that opening scene is great. I love, I do really like the way Jason looks here. I like the Victorian jacket. I love Vin. He's a good buddy of mine. But I think there are multiple times here where you get a really good look at Jason. When he's in the, when he's in the shed with the kid, like that's kind of like playing hockey or whatever. I think you get a really good look at him there. You get a great look at him when he's on the little like lower level roof of the cabin and he's backlit. Is a really nice shot of Jason there. I dig the whole thing. He uses a different one thing that they did really well here is it's like each different camp activity, like Jason gets to use the camp activity for a kill. He does like the double-handed like axe throw. He uses the bow and arrow. There's like it's cute and clever in that way. And yeah, the whole like him having the tripwires and the trap doors and everything, like there's just something about it where you give him a little more something to do. And he's a main character instead of just being the villain. And I love that. So for me, this one is a slam dunk. It's Jason Voorhees over this version of Pamela. And I'm hoping with the Crystal Lake TV show, I'm hoping that one of the things it does, because I think Pamela is a great character, like in the conceit of the character and everything like that. So I want to see Pamela like fleshed out more. and
Yeah.
to really have her day and sort of rebuild the foundation of the franchise. So there's an opportunity for Pamela to become something bigger than she's ever been before, for the fans and everything too. But yeah, I gotta go Jason on the 09 remake, Mr.
Well,
Derek Mears.
I think I could speak for a lot of fans of the original too, who are diehard fans. Like, we're not blind to how dated it is.
Sure.
And it can be
Yeah.
hokey, it can be this. So we're looking forward to this Linda Cardellini like really getting into our bones here and
Yeah.
really terrifying us, right? But
Mhm.
I do want to add one thing. In some ways, the way they shoot it, his mask in 2009, like the one where Whitney's hiding, and then she kicks it. You know that scene where she kicks him in the face?
Oh yeah.
You just see his mask. That was shot. That's lit really well. Like that.
Yeah.
That to me was classic Friday the 13th kind of look there. So I will say that it's just some of the look. Sometimes just his look. I'm just not that big on, but performance hands down here, man. Just great.
And I'm gonna round off the sweep. Jason
Here we go.
Derek Mears from me. He's my second favorite Jason out of all of them. I like the look. He's fucking creepy as shit. He's fast. I love the running Jason. I love the setting traps Jason. No, the tunnels he didn't fucking dig. They were just there, and he uses them. I don't want to hear he uses the tunnels. Yeah, he didn't sit down there for years and just digging these things out with a pickaxe. They were there. It explains his teleportation very well because it's actually not teleportation at all. It's just traveling.
You see what they were going for, like trying to ground it a little bit and stuff like that. But yeah, he's pretty fantastic in it, and I think he's scarier in the baghead.
Ooh, the baghead is nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, that first 20 minutes is you hear almost everybody that talks about this movie say that first 20 minutes is some of the best Friday the 13th stuff ever put to screen. And
well, they blew their load in the first 20 minutes. There was no.
They did. They popped it real quick, and then they had to try to make up.
Still better than Sweet Revenge. That first 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's easily.
What? I like dead girls who come back from the lake, and I was like, "What?"
That was the best part of that. That was the best part. That idea. That was
so confused. Really cool. I was confused. I mean, obviously she was meant to come back as a dead person, but I was like, how the fuck is she alive? She was down there for like hours, and then just walks out of the lake, and then here she comes.
It was just here's an idea. What do you guys think? That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
Right? See, and I did like that. That was the only thing I really liked about it. Was like, wait, shit, is she's like Jason now? I thought that was like kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of love for Derek Mears in the chat. I figured. Ashton says he's the only Jason I wouldn't want to run into. I don't know. Ted White's pretty scary himself. They
all freak me out.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to run into.
Yeah, Ted White's still my favorite, but he's a scary dude. Ted White. That was a scary performance too, man.
I'm always have been a Richard Brooker guy, and always will be.
He's good too, man.
Traditional Jason, that's just what I think of right off the bat. So
yeah,
either way, they're both fantastic. I mean, I know a lot of people love Kane Hodder. I'm not really a big Kane Hodder guy, to be honest. He's fine for what he did, but he's not my Jason.
He looks good. He looks good in part 7.
He looks great.
Design's great, man.
You know,
Jamie said Sackhead Jason is the best Jason.
I like Sackhead Jason.
I do like part 2 Jason. He's clumsy, but he's still creepy as fuck. I don't know how
or is it just old furniture? Let's.
Well, there is something about part 2. Even like when Paul and Jason are fighting, it seems more realistic. Like now we watch all these movies that are like everyone is like a fantastic fighter, and it's all like choreographed. Like everything's like John Wick or Mission Impossible. like random people would be that way. So I like in like part 2 that it's this messy, like on the ground, like nothing really. It's just disorganized. Yes, like I to me, Sackhead Jason feels very real.
Yeah,
and what does that sack smell like? I mean,
yeah. That's another thing about Derek too. It's like how big Jared Padalecki is. He's a big guy.
Yeah,
and the way he throws him down like a. like nothing. That was impressive. Like that's like, and Jared said that even when he read the script, he said like he'd read it and go, "Oh yes, I'm not going to get one over on this guy. There's just no way.
Yeah.
As big as I am, right?"
Yep, chain necklace Jason is the Jason I see when I close my eyes. The gangster Jason with the big chain, he don't play games. He's a gangbanger. That fit perfectly in New York City, so that's why he went to Manhattan the next movie.
Yeah.
2009 Jason is basically an accurate version of himself, just built different, fast as hell, and just menacing. He's a beast.
Freight train.
Yes, sir. Cuts the lead. 3-2 right now. OG is winning after 5 categories. Okay, we'll go with this one next. We got The Kills. Which movie has the best kills? Jason, I know you love the axe kill in the bathroom. I know.
That's my favorite Friday the 13th kill. So
I know.
Okay, and then we got Annie's kill. Now the thing is, the effects work is amazing in the original for its time. It still looks good, even though you can see the prosthetics and on Annie's neck. Like you can actually see it in the cleaned up version. That's why if you watch it on VHS, it's a better watch.
The Blu-ray looks pretty good. They did a pretty good job on the Blu-ray of not making it look so stark. Yeah.
But Kevin Bacon's kill is great. But you know, one thing the remake did really well too is the kills. I am not gonna lie. I thought the tent with the burning on fire over the campfire was very interesting. I was like, holy crap! Or when he kills Richie between the eyes and he steps on him just to pull his freaking machete out, or when Chewie's getting the screwdriver and Jace is just kind of looking at him, and the blood's coming up like this, and the way Trent gets it between the freaking balls, and he's sawing them up. And my favorite one in the remake's the axe kill of Lawrence, where he throws that axe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some damn good kills in the remake. And the original has the beheading of Mrs. Voorhees. I think it's more impactful, the original. I think people I wasn't there in 1980 in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
I was just 1 year old, but if I was there, they probably would have just, wow. I mean, what Halloween was 2 years earlier, and you didn't see gore like that, right?
Yeah.
It was a pretty gory movie and probably would have freaked a lot of people out, I would imagine. Man, Matt, these are hard. These are really hard. I'm going to give the edge just to the original Friday, just for its impact. And Marcy's kill is just something about it. My favorite Friday the 13th kill of all time. And really, the remakes is taking what they loved about all these and doing their own versions of it. So I think that's my reasoning here. I think I have to. I think I got to go original. I got to go Tom Savini.
Okay, Davey.
Yeah, the original, it is something that was pretty fresh at that time. The really even Texas Chainsaw wasn't very gory. Black Christmas has some gore in it as well, but it certainly isn't like a featured part of the film. I think that's one thing that Friday the 13th did to make themselves stand apart from Halloween, is they're like, we are going to go exploitation here. And I totally understand that the intention of Halloween was to not be like, they purposely weren't gory. So it's not like Halloween didn't make it gory because they were too wussy or couldn't handle it or anything. It was Carpenter wanting to make something that was more Hitchcockian than exploitative. And yeah, I enjoy a lot of those kills. I love Tom Savini's work. I think he got a lot better though later on in his career, even just 1 year later. I think the kills in The Prowler are better than the kills in Friday the 13th by and large. I'm going to go with the remake on this one. I love the bow and arrow kill in Duder's head while he's piloting the boat.
Duder's head.
stabbing the girl in the head, like through the dock, and then like picking her up and like having her slide off the machete is like a nice little moment there. But my favorite kill, and I do love the axe one. They're all great in the remake. I think my favorite one is when the when the police officer shows up to the cabin and he gets
Oh.
stabbed through with it's like the poker or whatever, and they have that really cool camera movement that the camera goes through the wall.
That was good. That was good.
Just like, not only is the kill creative, but I think the whole piece is like, oh, that's something that took some thought. Like, somebody went up to the director, or the director said, like, the cinematographer was probably like, I've got this really cool idea for a way to shoot this kill, that just sort of is more of like it's just more well staged. So yeah, I'm gonna give the edge to the remake on this one. Really enjoy the kills here.
Okay.
I won't argue, actually, Dave. I won't argue with it, man. Like, he pulls the dude through the floor too.
Oh yeah.
The brutality of that one. That one is hardcore. Yeah.
It's I won't argue with you on this one like I would with maybe some other categories. And this was tough, man. I mean, and there wasn't as there was a lot of off-screen shit in the original too.
Yeah.
But I think when you saw the reveal, it was good as well. So
yeah, like, I love Bill being pinned up to the door. It makes no sense. Like, there's no way that Mrs. Voorhees would be able to do that.
No.
He would have to jump off the ground and get shot with 3 arrows at the same time. Like, they're like, so it's a really cool, like, I'm like, oh, that's such an awesome image, but it doesn't make any sense.
I the original I've come around to so much. I was at the bottom of my rankings for the longest time, but after rewatching it plenty of times over the past year or so, it's the kills are good. I mean, Tom Savini is a master of his craft. I don't think they're that great of kills in this movie, though, for me. Obviously, Kevin Bacon's kill is my favorite in this movie. It's fantastic. And that didn't even work out like planned. So, and I'm not a fan of off-screen stuff. I never am. Not my thing. I'm not a Terrifier kind of guy either, but
he's hustler over playboy.
I need a little bit more. And
Jeez.
One of my favorite kills in the whole franchise is whenever he kills Richie, slamming that machete in his face, and then the kick afterwards. It's brutal.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good.
You know what kind of Jason we're gonna get in this one, and like Davey said, we got the bow and arrow, we got the axe, sleeping bag, all things involved with camping. Jason's gonna use the fire poker. He's an equal opportunity equipment user. He is not playing. And
okay, Matt, can I ask a quick side question? If it was final chapter versus the remake, then what are you saying?
That's closer, because that's better Tom Savini work, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. But anyways, carry on. Sorry.
No, that's a good question. That's a good question, actually. I'd probably have to go with the final chapter. Overall movie, I'd go with the remake for me personally. But kills, I'd go with the final chapter. I mean, that harpoon gun to the dude's dick. Come on, man. That's
hurts
nasty.
every time.
And he pulls the trigger. What an asshole.
So do you guys think, I have a question for you and a question for everyone in the audience, because we're talking about Tom Savini, and so in the remake, the Richie kill that you guys are talking about, the machete to the face, do you think that's an homage to the one kill in the original Dawn of the Dead? In some strange tangentially connected to Tom Savini, because Tom Savini's character stabs or hits a zombie right in the head the same kind of way, almost the same sort of shot composition and everything. And same, like, I think he puts his like leg or his foot on his shoulder or whatever to get it back out. But I'm curious to know if anyone else has picked up on that sort of like little nod to a different Savini kill there in that.
Well, I don't know. I know Savini, even in Maniac, his work in that was great.
Yeah.
Some of the kills in that too.
I mean, Day of the Dead, I think that's his crowning achievement. Day of the Dead from '85 is just that's the best.
Oh, that's got one of my favorite kills when the guts and everything. That was
amazing.
That's really impressive. But yeah, I'm still going out of respect. Original, Matt.
Okay, and me and Davey went remake. So guess what? The comeback is on the way. It's 3-3 after 6 categories. Let's go. All right, let's see. 3 to go. This is an interesting one. We'll go here. The cast. The cast from the remake and the original. I know a lot of people hate the remake cast, so I'm excited to see where you guys take this one. Jason, what do you think?
Not even close. The fucking remake I can't stand them. But they're tolerable enough. Like I've gotten used to them, but I can't. I actually like the original. I'm one of the people who like the original cast. I think there weren't as much tropes back then. Like that had like they weren't because we weren't even talking slashes back then in 1980. I mean, Halloween was still fresh, right? But I like their sense of they're not dicks to each other. They all show up and start working together and start bonding. And in a way, Ned's the only one who's acting kind of like a ludicrous idiot, right? That's because he wants attention. But the ones in the remake, they're awful. They're all douchebags to each other. They feel like they don't feel like they get along at all. Like why they even here, right? Like none of them feel like they would even hang out with each other except for Chewie and Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought they were the funny ones. They were the only ones that were pretty good. But yeah, I don't like the characters in the this is easily the original because I like Brenda, I like Marcy, I like Kevin Bacon, I like Annie. I think she's a little sweetheart. Alice is okay. I like Bill. So for me, I like the original cast.
All right, one for the OG, Davey.
See, I really like the cast in the remake because they are supposed to be they're just like supposed to be the quintessential Friday the 13th characters. Like, they're more of the culmination of the franchise, so
yeah, I guess you're right in that sense. Yeah.
And Trent is such a dick, but it's like it's played so well.
He does play it well.
It's played, and you get the idea that maybe some of those people are more like his girlfriend's friends. I get the idea that like the blonde guy is probably the only one. Him and that guy and his girlfriend are the only two like friends of Trent's really, and the other guys maybe are brought in like from Danielle Panabaker's circle. But I'm gonna give the edge to the original. I do really like the characters in the original. I even like Ned. I think he's just trying to be really flirty with Brenda and trying to get with her, which she's a very very mature young lady. She's probably the hottest of the bunch there, so I can't blame him. Yeah, I dig the original cast quite a bit, and I exactly what you're saying, Jason. I like the chemistry there with them, and yeah, it's just it's a good group, and yeah, they didn't have to. They're not playing into all that kind of stuff. It seems relatively fresh. So even though I don't have the hatred for the characters in the 09 remake, I am going to go with the original cast on this one.
It doesn't matter what I say, but I'm going to go with the remake. They seem like my kind of douchebag kind of friends. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I can probably relate to those people a lot more than the characters from the original. I like the first set of characters we get, even though, we really don't get to know them that much, but they were fun enough. And I think Clay is enough for me to pick the remake just himself. Maybe it's a little man crush on Jared Padalecki. I don't know. Maybe. He's
much better than Jensen Ackles. As far as if we're talking supernatural actors going into film, he's much better than Jensen Ackles.
I like Jensen Ackles in My Bloody Valentine. Thank you.
He cannot act, dude. Dude can't act. That's for a different time, though. We'll do that in February.
Okay.
We'll do that versus battle in February.
Yeah, yes, that's already written in stone, so that's gonna happen.
I did like Richie at the beginning. I'm not going out there with a boner. And he was like, "Come on, dude, I gotta get back to the fucking tent." I didn't like him. He was kind of comical.
Yeah, April Campbell, Friday Part 2 cast definitely beats the original. I agree as well. It's Ginny. She's great. But I voted for the remake. Doesn't matter. OG is getting the point to take a 4-3 lead.
Close.
Let's see what we got. I gotta make sure. Pretty sure I got 2 left. Yeah, I do. Let me see. Okay, this is the one Jason was talking about before Davey popped into the chat earlier. The better slasher movie. I know Jason was going. This is a little tough for him. What do you think?
This is very tough for me, but all right. You take the first 20 minutes out, it's easily the original Friday the 13th. Because I think this movie tries to get as good as that opening, and it can't. It never gets there. Everything just becomes something we've seen before. You know every jump scare coming. It loses its excitement, be honest. But that first 20 minutes, I will not deny it, man. I think when I did my top 50 Friday the 13th moments, it was in top 5. So that 20 minutes is one of the best slashers I've seen. If that was its own little movie ever, like it is really good. I mean, it goes to show you that just get to the freaking point, do some slashing and dicing, have a badass Jason. You know what I mean? And right where they cut when he looks like he's gonna hit Whitney and it cuts, Friday the 13th is amazing. But in saying that, the original Friday the 13th, it's one of your first, what we know as 80s slashers. It's like yes, it took from Halloween, but like Davey said, it exploited everything, and it became what every other movie was copying, slasher wise. They all started coming out like that, like the Bloody Valentines, the Burning, all this stuff. You know what I mean? But I again, I got to give the edge just to the remake, just a little. I don't think it's. I still got the original as a better movie. It's like I like the movie more, but if I'm just saying as a slasher, I think I'll give it to the remake.
All right, 1 vote for the remake. Davey.
That surprised me. I thought, no way, I'm choosing that.
Yeah, I mean, I really do enjoy this remake a lot, but like for me, it just kind of goes to like, you know, even though Halloween gets the credit for, you know, kind of putting things into high gear and allowing the slasher subgenre to really take off, I think Friday the 13th, 1980 is like the template that was used. It was the more imitated film. And it not only that, it sparked a whole franchise, whereas the movie from 2009 sparked 16 years of nothingness from the franchise, unfortunately. So I'm going to give my point to Friday the 13th, 1980. It's the one that everyone imitated, not just the camp slashers, but and not even just the whodunit films, but I feel like it was just so highly, you know, copied after that you know, you could almost like, you could remove Halloween from the whole conversation and you can say that Friday the 13th is ultimately more responsible for making the slasher subgenre what it became in the 80s. So I'm going to give it to that one.
All right, 1-1.
Did I choose wrong?
No,
I don't think so, because I think the remake is has some, as far as slashing goes. I think I'm just thinking about its historical impact. I'm getting all college professor about it.
Come on, man. I'm here for the blood, the gore, and the titties, and I'm going with 2009 all day. You get one of the longest sex scenes ever in a fucking movie. It keeps going on forever. Trent got some power. He's lasting. I'm proud of him. Way to go, buddy. Perfect nipple placement. The original got that.
It's the one set of real boobs you see in the movie too. Cool, so at least there's some real titties in that remake. Nothing. I mean, whatever. If you have fake boobs, I'm not trying to hate on you, but you know, they just look better naturally.
Bree is a beautiful, beautiful girl.
She is, but it's one of the most awkward looking.
Well, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. They take the piss out of it for sure.
Jason's even watching too. He's enjoying it out the window. Ooh.
Yeah. Killer cut Whitney.
He could have killed them faster, but he was enjoying the show, so he wasn't going to wait till it was finished. The kills obviously play into the slasher aspect of it, and the kills in the remake are just way more brutal and gory and awesome in my opinion. It's just a slasher turned up a notch. In that first 20 minutes, like you said, Jason is just kind of is the little cherry on top that puts it above as an amazing slasher for me. So I'm gonna give my point to the remake here and knock it up at 4-4.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect nipple placement, baby. You tell him, Ashton. That's how we do things. It's stupendous, man. Stupendous.
I like how in the remake they like did the reverse of the when is it Bree that opens the shower or whatever, and
Yeah.
you like they do the reverse thing of him, instead of him being in there, he's just behind her. I do really like that. That's good shit.
Oh, they zoom into his face at that
I
scene.
saw all that. I just found I saw all that coming on my in the theater first watch. I go, Jason's going to be behind, but it doesn't help. I watched the trailer like 50 times. Yeah, that's what I mean. I should have just never watched the freaking trailer, but I always found it was I saw everything coming. But
Aaron, come on, man. He had to whack his deformed little penis. Come on, man. You're not wrong. He did. I'm going to say the remake has the most realistic sex scene in any slasher. Jamie Hart says so.
I think the tent one at the beginning is realistic.
That's a good one.
Fucking just like drunk, horny fucking people doing it.
I've never had sex, so I guess I don't know.
The power in your shoulders.
I'm joking. I've had sex.
Yeah, that guy was an idiot.
One time.
And it was with Matt. No, I'm just...
Was I awake? You nasty.
Oh,
man. That took a turn. Let's see. What do we got? One category left. And this, I don't know. Last category, ladies and gentlemen. The final death. Mrs. Voorhees or Jason getting his head. The whole barn scene, I guess. I'd have to say. Or we could include the whole third act. It's up to you guys how you want to do that.
Mrs. Voorhees getting her head chopped off is iconic. It's awesome. I liked it when they're on the beach. I like the whole effect of it all. It's not that memorable, the remake, when he gets pulled. I think there was a different ending though, where the mask comes off and he gets pulled into the wood chipper. Like his mask actually came off and
is it?
He gets pulled in. Yeah, there was a different ending. Like they filmed it and everything. They changed it. Yeah, so that's what I mean. You got to see all that glorious makeup and everything like that. I think there's a still image or something somewhere, but it's not that memorable really. Like she just stabs him through the chest, right? And when he's tied up to the wood chipper.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that Mrs. Voorhees beheading, that's pretty iconic stuff, man. Like it's great effect, even though it's man hands.
Mm-hmm.
Man hands.
But, I do like the little scrap at the end there on the beach. I think it's pretty vicious and dirty and a great little cat fight, man. But yeah, I'm going the original here, Matt, just because I just think it's a lot more memorable than what we got in the remake.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Pamela taking Alice's head and just like pounding it into the sand cracks me up. That's like that. I'm pretty sure I lived that same experience just in the snow growing up in Alaska, just like, whitewashing each other and
that's
everything.
That's the most realistic sex scene.
Oh, yeah. Ms. Voorhees got a little creamy there on that one.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh my god,
she's creaming jeans,
leaking out.
I'm gonna go with the OG. Yeah, I think it is way more memorable. I do like the beheading, and again, so just to give everyone some context, when I first saw the original, it was on television on the USA Network. I had never seen any of the other movies, and Jason was a full-fledged icon at that time because it was probably like 89 or 90 when I saw it on TV. So I'm sitting there the whole time waiting for Jason, and you get that reveal that it's Pamela. So I was genuinely surprised. And I as far as I remember them, they showed most of that beheading because it's not like a bunch of blood gushing out or anything. It was just, it had such an impact on me. And I think that, Remake, one of the things it does is it fizzles out near the end. Like it's such a good movie for most of it, and then once Whitney's out and you've killed Danielle Panabaker, I lose investment at that point because I wanted that character to
I
be
agree,
there.
man. You're right. It's like it's constantly trying to keep up with the first 20 minutes.
Yeah. And it never crescendos. Like it's not like his kill is bad. You know, the chains getting like grabbed by the wood chipper and then pulling him in. Like it's a cool idea, but it never really hits this crescendo. Whereas the Alice Pamela fight is like, relatively chill. They're going from location to location, scrapping, and then you get this like, holy, what the fuck kind of moment that's just sort of like epic, like people probably cheered in the theater and everything.
Let me ask you guys something. Let's change the scenario a bit. When he kills Lawrence in the remake, let's hypothetically say he doesn't go on the roof, he doesn't sneak around. He throws Lawrence right through the window, and then he crashes through the front door and starts chasing them all in that house. That would have been cooler. That would have made the first 20, like, it would have been like, okay, we're starting to get somewhere now.
Yeah. Does anyone get thrown through a window in the remake? Because that's kind of a staple. You either have to throw someone through the window or Jason has to jump through the window. Like one of those two things has to happen.
Why was he still sneaking around when you're trying to crescendo the movie? Why wasn't he doing the grabbing the Tommy
sure
kind of thing, then busting through the door?
Especially with how aggressive he is at the beginning. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah.
That's another shout out. That was another a long time ago when I talked to Vinny. He was kind of saying something on those lines too.
That's a good point. That's a good point that Jason's different, after that intro. But yeah, Pamela's death at the end of the first one, I got to go with that all day.
Okay. I do like the ending of the remake, but that last little machete to the chest kind of takes it down a notch. Say hi to mommy in hell.
Oh God, worst line ever.
Oh God,
even the actress didn't want to say it. She's like,
no. I did like the wood chipper. I think it would have been really cool if he went his fucking whole head deep in there. But they didn't do it because they wanted to make a sequel, which they never did. But that original ending is super iconic. Obviously, people that don't even like the rest of these movies know what that ending is. The man hands, get the little hair on there. I love it, man.
Jamie says Bree gets thrown out the window, or maybe I missed it. Yeah, she gets thrown down on the cop car.
Yep,
yeah.
She does. A little bit there. Got to be a broken window somewhere. Yeah, I mean, ending wise, like the killing of the villain, it has to go to Mrs. Voorhees. Definitely way more iconic. People probably don't even know how Jason dies in the remake. If you ask just a regular casual fan of this franchise, they probably won't even know, to be honest. But they will know how Mrs. Voorhees died in that original film. So I got to give my point to 1980 as well. Yeah. But overall, though, I know which way Jason's going to go. But overall, if you had to pick, you're going to go with the OG over the remake every day of the week. Exactly.
There it is. A lot closer than I thought it would be, though. 5-4 for the OG.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Overall wise, though, I'm going to go with the remake every day over the OG. That's just me. Davey, which one would you pick if you had to pick one over the other?
It's tough not to pick the original because it's like responsible for kicking everything off. So I always think about that. But as far as what movies just easier, more easily digestible, I think the remake, you could definitely make the argument for that one. The remake is more streamlined. It's a greatest hits. It's a cool, here you go, everything from the first 4 movies that works pretty well for the most part, and we're just going to shove it into this one. But you kind of need context. If you watch the original and you didn't know anything about the franchise, I think you'd find a lot more value in it. And then if you watch the remake and you didn't know anything, you'd probably find more value in it as well because it would seem fresher. But now, watching the remake, you just sort of I know what it's all coming from. So I still watch that movie about once a year. But I'm one of those people that's found more and more love for the original every time I watch it. So like I really dig that original Friday the 13th. I think it's, what was it when we did the ranking, Matt? I think it was number 5 on my ranking.
I think mine's 6,
So
so it's right
yeah,
there.
so not too disrespectful there. Like it's climbed up. You know, a few years ago, it probably would have been closer to like 9 or 10 or 8 or 9.
Yeah,
or something like that.
I got the original at number 4, and I got the remake around 6 or 7.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aaron, that's a good point. Is it worse than "This is for Jen, this is for all of them" line from Halloween Resurrection? No, it's not worse than that. Sorry.
Or even the "This is for Dr. Loomis" from Halloween Kills, which is like that's kind of out of place too.
And Michael's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Yeah. So after the 9 categories, talking over them, the winner by a margin of 5-4, the OG Friday the 13th, 1980. I don't agree with it, but it's not up for me to decide. It was a democracy on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I put the polls out earlier in the week on Instagram and YouTube community page. Instagram, 50-50 split. There was no winner. It tied.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
And let me close the poll we asked tonight. And the winner in the chat was 2009. 60-40 won there. And then I also asked it out on the community page on YouTube, because that's been a very good place of interaction recently for me. And that was 170 votes. The remake won 56-44. So,
dang, that's pretty close too. Yeah.
Well, the Friday franchise has got a reputation for the originals not everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
It's one of those odd franchises like that. Even I like Jason Lives, Final Chapter, and Friday 2. Those are my top 3, and then the original.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, I'm a part 3 guy. It's always part 3, 2, and the remake. I gotta show it some love because nobody else here will. Bunch of jerks.
I really like the remake. I think it's I said it was the best one out of the big 3. Like, to me, it's so much better than Rob Zombie's Halloween and the terribleness of A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010.
Oh, that's a garbage fucking movie.
That's a really rough one, unfortunately.
And I've tried liking it, Davey. Every time I want to go, okay, I want to see what people see in it, the people who like it, and I just can't.
It's boring.
I think it's a generational thing. I think if you're like in your early 30s and you grew up with it, like, you know, when you're a kid, there's a lot more to, you know, probably like about it. But yeah, I can't get down with that shit.
That was a midnight showing for me. I don't know why the hell I went, but I did. I liked it then. I don't like it now.
I thought the thing is the trailer was so good. I thought, this is it. This is gonna be scary and it's gonna be odd. And I was like, what the hell is it when I went and saw it?
Yeah.
I've never warmed up to that movie at all.
Mm-mm.
I mean, there's moments in it that I went, okay, that's like the little micro dreams were kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's a lot of wasted talent in that one. You have Katie Cassidy and Kyle Gallner and Jackie Earle Haley, and everyone's like, oh, Rooney Mara's really bad in that movie. I don't think she's bad, but I don't think the movie's good. There's just wasted talent all over the place with the cast, unfortunately.
Oh, Far From Blake, what's going on? Says remake is definitely better than OG. The OG is the worst in the franchise.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's the worst. Clearly, you haven't seen Manhattan.
Hey, shut your mouth.
I mean, Manhattan, Jason X, Jason Goes to Hell. I'd put the original over those 3, and I'd put it over Freddy versus Jason. Yeah.
I'm actually a fan of Go to Hell.
Me too.
I think I got that at 6 and the remake at 7. Must be the action fan in me though.
Yeah. It's not in the bottom, but it's near the bottom for me.
Hey, when you take it as what it is, like
exactly
because it's the music that really hurts my feelings in that movie.
The music kind of sucks. Not as bad as Jason X. That music's fucking terrible.
Yeah. I hate that.
No. It's fucking
Freddy
power.
versus Jason. I can't even do that movie no more. Like,
no, me either.
I feel like it's the most dated out of anything.
The Ronnie Yu stuff doesn't age very well. That
No,
and
it
Bride of
doesn't.
Chucky have like lost their luster for me. You know,
I haven't watched Bride of Chucky in so long. I just never desire to go back and rewatch it. If I'm going to watch a Chucky movie, it's going to be probably
That's the
part
original.
2.
I like the original, man. I'm a
Yeah.
real sucker for that one.
the
And I
first three.
didn't mind the
Just say it.
oh, what's the one?
Curse,
one
the
with
one in the
girl.
house.
Yeah, I like that one because more
Curse is good.
It was more Hitchcockian, right?
Yeah, it sort of felt like a reboot, even though they brought in characters.
Then
at
it
the
went
end.
shitty again.
Hey,
Yeah,
I like the remake, so I don't want to hear it.
I didn't
like
mind
that.
the remake.
I like
just
that
never
one a lot.
returned to it.
I like it. I've watched it probably twice since. I like it. But I don't really like the first Child's Play that much anyway. So
oh no!
I like it. I think it's
I like the
great.
I
second
can't
one.
believe I can't believe it.
You can believe it.
Mm.
You can.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore, Matt.
And you will. I'm sorry. Child's Play 2 is just better. Better.
That's
better.
it. I'm leaking the tape. I'm leaking the tape just
Mouths
because
are
of
open.
that.
So what's the next one, Matt? Nightmare versus Nightmare?
Ah,
The next one I might well, I had the 3 other films that I had in the poll, so I might just add another one to it and see which one that is. And then I'll see if anybody wants to be a guest, and I'll let them choose whatever movie they want. Besides, obviously, My Bloody Valentine. Gonna save that for Valentine's Day. Obviously,
Yeah.
makes sense. So I think for the next one, I'll just put a poll in the community page, add another remake to it, and see which one
would be a good one.
takes it.
You know, would be a
What?
good one is Evil Dead, because the remake was really good and the
Ah,
original's good.
Then I'll have all the
see,
people
I don't.
crying.
I'm one of those. I'm one of those weirdos that doesn't consider it a remake.
I
So,
know.
I mean, technically, it's not.
Yeah, but Matt said remake, reimagined. He said
Reboot. Okay,
reboot.
yeah.
So
It was definitely marketed as a reboot for sure.
Mm-hmm. I already got shit about this one from someone. That Friday the 13th isn't a remake. Yes, why isn't it?
Well, wait, what? Yes, it is.
Somebody commented and said it's not a remake. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the other ones. It's a remake.
It's called Friday the 13th, and it replaces the original first 4 movies. It's like a remake of 4 movies. How is it not a remake? I mean, you could call it a reboot. It's still a remake.
Reboot, remake, reimagine is when you kind of you're taking it, but you're kind of redesigning it all. Yeah,
that's what Child's Play. That was more of a reimagination because it wasn't even close to the same thing.
that was a perfect kind of reimagining.
They should have done a reimagining with A Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what they should have done. Make Freddy innocent. Actually lean into that. Would have made it way more interesting just with that one change alone. But yeah, the Friday the 13th, that's definitely a remake. I mean, you could do TCM. I mean, that's another Marcus Nispel movie, but I think that's like a pretty tight one for a lot of people too.
Hey, Sergeant Shitty Pickle, what's going on?
You're shitty.
Yeah, I'm hoping Hills Have Eyes wins because I really want to do that one just because I love Hills Have Eyes remake a lot. So
yeah, the remake would easily win, I think.
Yeah, I thought the original was not very good, but hey,
although it has D Well also. So.
I like Hills Have Eyes Part 2, the original that everyone hates. Just saying, nobody likes that one.
0 Hills Have Eyes movies.
Seriously,
the remake's good, dude. The remake's
seriously.
Really good.
I need to watch the original and the remake. I've heard that about the remake that it's the best one.
It is the best one.
And then one that I never caught, Last House on the Left. I never saw that remake, but I've seen the original of that one.
I prefer the remake as well to that one.
Oh, okay.
2, but I saw the remake first, so maybe
that original is uncomfortable to say the least.
Same with the what's that other one that's kind of like that?
I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah, the original. It's pretty.
I watched that for the first time the other day. Yeah, that was
very
not pleasant.
Man, I don't know if I can do those movies at my age. I get I don't know. When I was in my 20s, I was fearless. I was like, I'll watch the most fucked up shit.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You know,
I watched it once and that was it.
You guys gonna fight?
$69.
I have $69.
I'd probably lose that fight.
We've already done. Never mind.
I'm too much of a lover.
We'll just cuddle. and fall asleep. Forget it. All right, we're done with that. First episode in the books of Remix or Rewind, and in this instance, looks like we're gonna have to rewind and we're gonna rewatch Friday the 13th, 1980, because it won the battle 5-4. After you're watching after the fact, please like the video and let us know what you would do if you like the original or the remake, or if you like them both. And definitely subscribe to these two fabulous gentlemen. Jason, what's got anything coming up on the channel in the near future?
Yeah, I'm going through Action for Autism right now, a fundraiser that's going on. So every video I release till September 19th, that's action related. We'll have a fundraiser link in there that you guys can go donate to Autism Ontario here in Canada. Many families would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. So I've been going through that. So I have Above the Law review, Steven Seagal, coming out Wednesday. And this is not related to the fundraiser, but on Saturday we got my top 10 actors of all time.
Ooh.
Favorite actors, not best actors. So I say that in the video. Because yeah, it's a favorite. If I were going best, it would be really different. And the following Monday, I will be doing a Homefront review with Jason Statham, the Jason Statham action movie from 2013. And I got a Predator watch party coming up during this fundraiser on September 13th. And I got more like I got a top 5 Van Damme coming out, top 5 Seagal movies coming out. Maybe a couple more rankings. I'm trying to do as much as I can before September 19th. That's when the fundraiser closes. So
definitely
so
hit that subscribe and go over there and check that shit out. Davey, what do you got coming up, buddy?
I got a whole bunch of fun stuff coming up. Most recently, I've like completely revamped my merch shop on Fourth Wall. I've added so much spooky season gear, guys. You're definitely going to want to check out the shop. So go on over to my channel, and then the shop is linked there on the main page, but it's also linked in like every video and live stream I've been doing. So if you're a horror fan, there's like a mug and a t-shirt there that is definitely for you, because I have all sorts of horror icons displayed there. So I'm really excited about all that. That's what I've been putting a lot of time into lately. But I've got for spooky season, I'm going to be doing a series. Last year I did a live series called How to Make It Better. And I'm going to turn that into a pre-recorded series, and I will be tackling the 3 movies I tackled last year on the lives, which is the David Gordon Green Halloween movies. And I really enjoyed them, but there are some things that I think they could have done better, and people would have liked the movies maybe a little bit more, but the folks that didn't like them might come around on some of them. So that's something I'm working on in the background. I've got Discord is new for the channel as well, so we're going to be doing public watch parties and members only watch parties and mixtape listening parties, because you can show the movies and play the music over on Discord. And then in the very immediate future, in about 45 minutes, I'm going to be going live to unbox. I'll cover up some of the info here, but I got a little box from the Halloween Portal people. There it is.
Oh my God.
They reached out to me because I covered the video game stuff a couple weeks ago, and they reached out and they were like, hey, we really like what you do, keep on doing your thing, and we want to send you some stuff, so what's your address? And hopefully it's not a cease and desist in the box.
Please stop talking.
So at about 11:30 Eastern, I'm gonna open that up live on my channel, and then I'll be live tomorrow for Late Night with the Davey Before Dark.
Oh my gosh, it's still light out. You're crazy.
Oh yeah,
you're fucking crazy.
I go live like 4 or 5 times a week. It's
no
insane.
Shit. No, I can't even go on YouTube. I have to block you.
I know. Seeing you. I gave a night up for you, Matt. So just be happy. No, I'm just.
You're still going live anyway, so shut up.
I can't help myself. It's been days.
You were just live yesterday.
Was I? Well, kind of. Yeah.
Hit the bricks. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
What do I have coming up? I can tell you right now. I don't know. That's what we got.
Absolutely nothing.
No, you got a new you got your spooky season logo
because of you. You inspired me, and I was like, I want to put some pumpkins on it because I like pumpkins. So made it
Yeah.
red, made it orange, put some pumpkins on it, just for spooky season. Last year I did 31 short reviews. I did one a day through October. I might do the same thing. Just gonna keep pumping out shorts. I like shorts, get a lot of views, so I like to do those. Just checked out Toxic Avenger, so I did a short on that. Yeah, and then obviously Strangers Chapter 2 comes out the end of the month, so I will probably talk about that a lot while everyone else is shitting on it. I will be enjoying it, and I'll probably do another one of these. So I'm going to put the poll on YouTube community page, probably when I'm done here, and let the voting go for a couple days, and then see which one I'm going to do next. I'll probably do that next week, so I'll do another episode next Tuesday, another remix or rewind. We'll see which one it's going to be. You guys got to vote, though. So as soon as I pop it up, please start the voting. Good stuff. Good stuff. That was a good first episode. Hopefully, I love Friday the 13th. I do, but I want to talk about something else now. So
well, now you get a break, right? Until the Crystal Lake show comes out next spring or whenever.
Yeah, that was been a lot of Friday the 13th content over the past couple of months. So I'd like to do something else. You kind of inspired me too. Maybe I'll do a little bit of David Gordon Green trilogy talk, because obviously I love all of them. So I might talk about that eventually some point in October, but we'll see. We'll see what comes. I'm sure I'll collab with Davey on something else like always, and we'll see how it goes. But that was a great first video in this series. We'll see how long this series lasts. I'm glad I could have both of you guys on. If you're new to their channels, which you're probably not, but subscribe. Links are down in the description box below. Go support both of them. Like this video. Subscribe if you're new here. And I'll see you next week sometime doing something. Jason, Davey, you guys rock. Appreciate you both coming on. And
thank you, bud.
Damn it, I never have an end screen. This sucks. I hate when I do that.
Have a great night, everybody.
Take leave me alone. Leave her alone.
Good night, all.
We're out of here. Terrible end.